is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Hi, I'm Brad, and I love Hallmark spring doggy movies.
Hey, it's Panda, and I like Hallmark spring doggy movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark spring doggy movies. And this
is the Deck the Hallmark podcast. Yes!
Oh, boy.
Yes!
Exciting times.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, I think you need to turn, in my monitor anyway, you need to turn Panda's mic up. He sounds like he's a little, like it's
Panda,
just
give
not
us a
quite
little...
there.
You told me earlier you have been working on some poetry.
Yeah.
And I think tonight's tonight.
Slam poetry.
Some slam
You're
poetry.
going to give us a little something, something?
All right, I got a little something for you.
I can lay a beat down for you if you
All
want.
right, yeah, please do. Listen, all you boys and girls out there. I've got a song that's not gonna make you square. It's gonna be real groovy for you, and it's about a little boat I used to call Choo Choo.
Boom, 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 boom.
I used to ride in that boat.
Boom, boom,
Took
boom,
me out to sea,
boom, 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 boom,
and then I hung out with my friend
boom, boom,
Brett
boom.
Debbie.
Hey everybody, my name is Brett Debbie and I'm happy to be here. Here's the whirly in the show. It's the earliest I've ever been invited to the show. Hey everybody, what do you know?
I love how we said you had some slam poetry, and not a bar in, it's a song. Not one bar in, you're like, this is a song I wrote.
Yeah, it's a song.
None of that. We're like, poetry, ball on tee, and you're like, I'm taking that ball. I'm playing a different game.
Yeah.
Song.
I hear you. I've been invited to many slam poetry.
You have.
And
You
I
have.
always do a song. And
Never
sexy.
slam poem for free.
Oh,
That's true.
no.
No.
It's in my writer.
That's right. And you're
You
right.
sound sexy. You sound
Yeah,
sexy.
thank
You
you.
do.
I appreciate
Speaking
it.
of sexy, you tried the Mountain Dew
Flaming hot.
Flamin' hot.
And
hot.
you can't tell us how it is, because the only way you could get that info is a live video that you posted on the Bramble Jam Plus Facebook group and on your personal social.
No, personal social
Personal
did
Social.
not have it. It just had my take on Ghost,
Which
sour
is-
watermelon, and nitro vanilla Pepsi.
Have
which I
you
not
tried the night? Okay,
But,
so the
Dude,
night.
you know what nitro is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it makes everything really smooth.
Yeah.
You're not going to like it.
What do you mean I'm not going to like it?
Like, it's not going to taste carbonated. It's not going to have any sort of crisp or bite to it.
Well, but I wasn't looking for that. I want creamy.
Okay, so you want a Pepsi with no carbonation.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Ooh.
I'm intrigued by it. I still haven't tried the Coke coffee, which I feel like was
it's
made
good.
for me. But
It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
That could work. I
That,
can
let me
imagine.
back up. I had Coke. It was called Coke Black back in the day. That was the.
No, this is different.
Is it different
It's
than
new.
what they had? Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, because it's vanilla flavored.
Huh?
It's a vanilla coffee Coke mix.
Yeah.
My thing is nitro, like a Guinness, pint of Guinness or something. Like, yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. But a Pepsi or a Coke nitro, I don't know, man.
Maybe we should try it. Why don't we try it? We'll go live tomorrow.
I'll pop on down tomorrow.
Come on down.
I love it.
I'll bring it over.
I love it.
And why don't you come on over?
what time?
You're gonna miss out.
What time?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
What do you mean we'll figure it out? I need to know.
We'll figure it
I
out.
can't just pop over
Why
without
can't
knowing.
you just?
You should.
You want me to
bring? I'll tell you what. We'll do a Spinks run. We'll get a fiery hot.
Hey, what if we come? We could do this later and maybe do the podcast now if you want. But I got to come down here anyway. If during 4th, you pop down here with me.
Will I have enough time to get back? I should
Yeah,
get-
you may have to drive separate because I got to stay and do a
Oh yeah. Yeah, that might be fun.
come down and do a little drink bit for everybody.
Oh, I love a good drink bed.
I love
Oh
it.
my
Let's do
gosh.
it.
I'm so excited. I kind of want to be done and go to sleep
Let's ditch the podcast
so that it's tomorrow.
Let's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I'm excited about that.
This is gonna be
I
fun.
think it's gonna be great.
I'm excited about A Tale of Love too, though, to be fair. Very excited to talk about this movie. Had a fantastic chat.
Britt Bristow.
That's exactly right.
Wonderful.
What a delight. Panda, you missed out on a
Yeah, I missed out.
on a
Just
gem.
great.
I would recommend you listen to that one.
I
That's
plan
how
on it.
fun it is. I know
Wow.
how much you love our podcast and how
I
much you
love
listen to it.
I listen to it
Just
always.
nonstop.
Yeah.
Deck the Hallmark and the Panda household.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready to dive into this?
More
Let's
than
do
ever.
it.
I'll give you a break, Panda. You don't have to chat for a few
I'm
minutes.
more than ever. Is what you said. That's some philosophical next level there.
Are you ready?
I am more than ever.
Amen.
But aren't we all?
Dude, so
You're
true.
more than ever at home. You listen in the car in the back
That's right.
seat of your mom's van. You're more than ever.
That's right. You said it. Look right at the camera.
More than ever. More than ever.
Tale of Love originally aired on April 23rd, 2022. And it went a little something like...
Oh,
We got a year guy?
y'all, you know we do.
Who's this?
2022.
What's your name?
I'm Flex.
Flex. Better late than never,
It's
pal.
like Florida and Texas combined into the best of both worlds. Flex.
What are some of your favorite things, Flex?
Flex Capital. Thank you very much. It's capital to meet you.
It's capital to me. What does that mean?
It's capital to meet you.
Okay.
2022. Yeah.
Where are you from, Flex?
I already told you, Brandon, we're not off on a great foot.
You're Florida, Texas,
and Texas
combined.
Combined.
You can't be from both.
Capital.
Where were you born?
You got it.
I really like him.
DC?
We can't possibly have him for 8 months.
DC?
There's no way.
Capital?
Direct current?
No. Washington?
Alternating current? Charge it up. Flex Capital.
I don't know.
He's my new best.
I don't know.
friend.
I don't know what that means.
I like this panda.
You can't just
Pew, pew,
Flex.
pew, 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 pew.
Flex, you can't just keep saying Flex Capital.
I think
As
you
this is
can't.
an answer for everything.
It actually makes a lot of sense.
It makes if
I
you
know
think
it
about
does. I know it does. I'm trying to find a problem with it. With a little something like this.
Read the synopsis, big guns.
Thanks, Flex. Flex Capital. Did I say it right? Flex Capital?
You got it. What are you doing over here?
You good, dude?
Are you going to make it?
It's going to be a
Are you
tough
gonna
week.
make it?
It's going to be a tough week.
Yeah, I bet Friday's episode, you're going to sound great.
Bella runs an animal rescue, and therefore tons of pups are just hanging around her house. They eat, they play, they watch cats on TV, not the movie, just videos of cats. She's throwing a luncheon for people interested in adopting animals, and a hunk named JR just kind of wanders on in. A new pup named Indy runs up to JR, very excited to see him. JR pets him and then leaves very abruptly. They get bad news. Stockyard Foods.
Easy for you to say.
Stockyard Foods was helping supply food and funding, and suddenly they got a letter saying they'll no longer be supporting the rescue. What? So she goes to talk to the company, and guess who's there? JR. He's a stockyard, and that sounds like offensive, but it's not. That's his last name. He's a stockyard, and he
Just Stockard, right?
Stockard.
Yeah, it's not Stockhard.
That's actually, now that you said it, it rings a bell.
Yeah.
Stockard.
Yes, J.R. Stockard.
Stockard. He's a stockard and not a stalker. And he just sold the company. She gives him the letter and is like, what's going on here? What's this about? He's like, this is the first I'm hearing about this. Again, no longer my company. He says he'll look into it, though, but the company is being sold. There's only so much that JR can do. The new owner shows up, and she's like, oh, yes, been meaning to talk to you. So your house and the rescue are on our property, so I'm going to tear that sucker down. So you're not going to be needing the food anymore or the financing because you're going out of business. Nice to meet you. By the way, you got 60 days to bounce. Deuces. Bella brings the notice to her grandma, and she's like, I bought this land from the stalkers. And she doesn't have any documents. So they got to find that. Classic. JR talks to the new owner, and she's not budging on this whole situation. Bella gets lunch with JR. Can you believe it? And they get to know each other. She asks him to search for the document in his parents' house, and he agrees. He also gives her $10,000 and says he's going to try to give her a 6-month extension if he can get the owner to agree. Great. Bella and JR end up getting dinner one night and naturally immediately discuss their love lives. Bella goes on the news, and the new owner lady is not happy because it makes it seem like she's a horrible person. But so she calls JR and is like, here's the thing, JR. I know that I just bought this company from you, but I want you to work for me. And he's like, I'm in the military? can't just do that. And she's like, we'll make it work. And he's like, I guess I'll think about it. And then he's like, give Bella that extension and I'll really think about it. She's playing hardball, that JR. The news lady then bombards her office and questions why she's kicking Bella's rescue out. And she's like, it's not what it seems. It is what it seems. The old lawyer found a map, but it's not really all that helpful. She goes to tell JR, and he tells her that he just found out that he's being sent to Iraq. Oh, man. They're both sad because clearly they're into each other. He keeps trying to hang out, and she's like, we just can't do that. Because the dog likes you, and he's going to be sad when you leave. But Grandma ends up calling him up and convincing him to come over to look through files. Nothing says love like files. They stay up all night. They find nothing. The next day, he really puts himself out there, and she's like, what's the point? Long distance is too hard. So he goes back to his house and is like packing up his desk. And he sees like this taped calendar thing on the desk. And he's like, what's this underneath it? Pulls it up. Boom! What? It's the proof. It's the papers. It's everything. Wow. He puts it back on the desk, goes to take a phone call, walks away. The new owner lady, mean lady, comes walking in, looks at the documents, steals one of the papers, and that's just real shady doings. He goes to show the lawyer what he found, and he realizes that he lost a paper. But then he goes through the stack, and there's another paper, so actually it's okay. The owner lady goes to tell Bella that there's no extension. Her and JR both thought it was the best idea ever, that they're gonna be out of business soon, and he's also gonna work for her. And even though he's going to Iraq, because like long distance works for business, not for love. That witch. So it's the day of the big fundraising fair thing, and the lawyer shows up and shows them what JR found. They're all hugging and they're all happy. And Bella finds out that somebody wants to adopt Indy, the dog, remember? JR shows up and he's like, good news. I'm not going into business with that witch. And in fact, when she found out that she couldn't bulldoze your property, she backed out of the sale. Also, I love you. And also, I'm not going to Iraq. Called up the military, said, no go for me. They said, no problemo.
Army gave me a half day.
Army said, no problem. They end up kissing. She says, I love you too. And Indy is his dog now. They kiss some more, and that, my friends, was a tale of love.
We did it.
That's right, everybody. Very excited to break this movie down. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But listen, we got bills to pay.
We always do.
And lights to keep on.
Yes,
and
sir.
mouths to feed. And, sodas
Is
to
this
buy.
turning into like a commercial to give us
And
money?
you can Venmo us for our Buc-ee's run. We'll be right back. Guys,
man.
I gotta be honest with
They're
you.
gonna have to cut my foot off, Brand.
My tummy hurts.
And I just can't. I can't go and look for a doctor, Brand. I can't do it.
My tummy
Just
hurts.
Take the foot. Take the foot.
My tummy hurts.
Cut my foot. Slam off, because I'm not gonna go look for a doctor. I want to be able to sit here with my bad foot,
Well, and it's starting to smell bad.
and I want to get a doctor.
My tummy's better.
How's it better?
ZocDoc.
What about my foot, though, Brand?
Let me tell
It
you
looks
about
like it's
ZocDoc.
got gangrene.
Yeah, it could. It's a trench foot situation.
Well, guys, no one
I
knows.
was born in this tube.
No one knows what you're looking for in a doctor better than you. Maybe you're looking for somebody to help you with a tummy ache. Maybe you're trying to find someone who can cut your foot off.
Who can save my foot from getting it cut off?
There's no hope for you. But there is ZocDoc. ZocDoc will find the doctor to cut your foot off easy peasy. I know. We've all been there. We've been looking for a doctor. We said, enough's enough. ZocDoc is here to make it so easy. It's true. ZocDoc is easy. All I do is I download the ZocDoc app. I put in what I need, and they pop up a list of doctors
Unbelievable.
that are fitting what I need.
Unbelievable.
It really is
That
unbelievable. Can you believe Doctors have made their way into the 21st century.
It's crazy.
ZocDoc makes
Right
it
on the
possible.
screen.
It's a free app that shows you doctors who are patient reviewed, takes your insurance, and are available when you need them. You can read up on reviews, get verified patient reviews, see what other humans are saying about their visit to that doctor, check in on people whose feet have gotten cut off, like did it go well, et cetera, et cetera. Go to ZocDoc.com, choose a time slot, and whether you'd like to be in person or a video visit, and just like that, boom, you're booked. Find a doctor that's right for you and book an appointment that works with your schedule. All you got to do is go to ZocDoc.com/Hallmark to get the ZocDoc app for free. Then start your top-rated doctor search today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's good for you, Dan.
Yes, it is.
Don't think you're going to make it. ZocDoc.com/Hallmark. That's ZocDoc.com/Hallmark today. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about A Tale of Love, as you can tell by the music. And I'm very excited about this one. I'm excited to break this movie down. I'm going to start with my good friend Panda. Panda, the reviews are in, and you're on fire.
Yeah.
You are like a Mountain Dew
Flamin' hot.
hot flaming Cheetos.
Yeah.
And let's see if it continues. Let's see if the voice helps or hinders the hot take that you have for A Tale of Love.
I think it's going to help. Listen, guys, love dogs. Think this movie could have used a few more. And we got a lot. Like
I was about to say.
we got a lot.
There's probably a dozen different dogs.
Yeah,
in this
there's
movie.
so first of all, kudos, because we've been in a situation in the past where we've been promised dogs and we have not gotten near enough
that's
dogs. And this time we got a lot of dogs. I would love even more. So don't stop with good. Go to great. The rest of this movie should also try to elevate maybe next time. Because
Maybe more dogs there too.
maybe more dogs there. I don't know. This movie, yeah, I don't know. It didn't really do it for me. And it is, it's tough for me to get on board with missing documents. And trying for an entire movie to kind of try to carry a missing document in the 21st century, it's just it's just hard to buy. The bad guys over the top evil. Just ice in her veins. Yeah. And to be honest with you, I kind of liked it. I love that we have somebody who's relentlessly evil.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a refreshing take. Like,
yes.
Yeah. So there's that. Kind of a slow movie for me, kind of boring. So yeah, I'm not a big fan. Not the worst we've seen this year, but it's a real dog of a movie, to be honest. So there it is. That's where I'm at, guys. Sorry.
I disagree wholeheartedly. I got to be honest. I love losing documents. I think it is such a fun trope. It never gets old to me because it's so preposterous. And
Preposterous.
Maybe you've heard of Pop. He's ostrous. And this was the most
I'm Pop Ostrich. Nice to meet you.
this was the most absurd hiding place for a document I've ever seen. And I absolutely loved it. We got dogs, we got Bristol, we got Chris McNally. Those two are just absolutely delightful. Plus dogs, plus missing documents. I had a good time. It's not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but an absolute delight for Brad. I thoroughly enjoyed watching this movie. I got quite a few chuckles. And this is all I'm going to say. Like, there is a place for me for like movies like this that remind me of the good old times when like Hallmark was just like, let's just lose some documents. I hope that these movies never go away. I hope we get at least a couple of these, Love Classified, whatever. Yeah, clearly a better movie. But there's something about this that makes me feel really good inside, and it made me happy. And so 4 woofs for Brad, 2 thumbs, 2 paws up. Dan?
Yeah, it is clear this movie's made with a lot of love. And that's why it hurts a little. Because I love dogs, and it's clear that the movie is made by people
love dogs.
Love dogs.
What's a love dog?
You nailed it. Pop Ostrich. This movie's really bad, and I hate it. Like it wasn't like a bad, like, man, everyone involved is just kind of going through the motions. This is like an earnest, like really hard fought bad. It's like, imagine it like you're building a house and the foundation is the most important part and the foundation is nothing. Imagine if you tried to build things on top of nothing.
But you tried really hard.
You tried really hard, but you keep putting the sticks in the ground and it's nothing instead of a ground. So it just falls over. It's nothing. The foundation of why the motivation for these characters is nothing. It doesn't make any sense. I texted these guys in the middle of this movie, which I never do, to say, hey, has the property been sold yet or not? Because either way, it doesn't make sense. It's a shame. I hated how much I hated this movie because it's really, really bad. And you know what? Brittany Bristow, Chris McNally are a joy. They're wonderful. The German Shepherd, Indy in this film, loved every second of her. But the problem is just there's nothing there to build on. Nothing. It is just absurd. And it is not good or well thought out or well rendered or well
fun
wrought.
though?
No.
It's more fun than Welcome to Mamas. Stop. It's more fun than Welcome to Mamas.
It is more fun than Welcome to Mamas.
I enjoyed this more than most of the
only movie
Wedding
that this
Veil
is
movies.
qualitatively better than is the Jen Lilly movie.
Oh, stop. It's better qualitatively than others. Listen.
No.
Listen.
I hate it. Look, you're gonna feel, you agree with me on this. I would
Yeah, it's not good.
You're gonna feel bad now. Brittany Bristow's whole family worked on this movie. This was a mom and pop. It wasn't a Hallmark. Her dad directed it. Her dad directed it. Her mom helped produce it. They all worked on it together to bring it to life.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't know that before I said it because I don't know.
You wouldn't have pulled the trigger.
I wouldn't have pulled the trigger. I would have been like, but no, it's a family affair. And
Let's get it crunk in here. It's not good, guys. It's
tough.
I'm sorry.
Hey, they could.
Hey, give me this movie on repeat over Wedding Veil movies any day
But
of
the
the week.
reason you're saying that is because it's bad, not because it's good. You're saying that because the Lost Documents makes you laugh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just so we're clear, that's fine. Like, I'm not disagreeing there, but
But when it comes to Hallmark movies, this is what I'm looking for more than Wedding Veil movies.
That's fair.
This is better to me.
No, if you're looking for
just a good time.
It's a good time for
where
me.
none of it makes sense or holds together at all. I mean, there are a lot of scenes in this movie that are silent. And you just feel like, boy, like I feel as though like something needs to happen to break the silence.
like there's that scene where they're searching for the files and they fall asleep. It is just man.
Oh, but they got those
Yes.
cute pictures
No,
of, I think
it
it's baby
doesn't
like
work.
little
It's
Bristow.
Well, I'm glad.
I'm like, I was actually
It was
watching. I was
such-
like, man, how do they get all these pictures of little Bristow? And then I remember it was a whole family affair. Probably wasn't hard. They had him in the old shed, just waiting, ready to go.
That's right.
No
Good
problem
for
at all.
her, man.
Let's talk about feels. Any feels, Panda?
No, not really. I mean, the best one I've got is whenever there was a beagle on screen. I think there was a couple beagles.
Couple
that popped
beagles,
up.
yeah.
I love beagles. Beagles are adorable. Weapons of mass destruction. But
Dude, beagles are, you
they'll-
no new dog owner or like,
New dog owner?
naked
Weirdo.
dog owner. I know. No person that's never owned a dog or someone that's not sure if they want to own one or not
don't go with a beagle.
should get a beagle. That
Beagles
is a
are-
next level. I've had two beagles in my life and they're wonderful, lots of personality.
Yep.
But they're stubborn. They'll test you for
Yep,
everything.
they will.
They will.
Guys, I've never had such a swing of emotions. This is within a minute. This is a minute sequence, and it is freaking wild. So he pulls up the calendar. Oh, pulls it, gets it. What's it doing there? Doesn't matter. Pulls out the document. Yes, thrilled. From the moment that he puts it down, he walks over, takes a phone call. The lady comes in. It goes missing. Next scene, he's in the lawyer's office. Uh-oh, it's gone. And then immediately, it's back. I found another one. It is a whirlwind of emotions in that 1 minute sequence.
It's wild that we're getting to this before the wait. Well, it's
I I
this
loved
was
it.
the entire.
I was
I don't
like,
understand, like-
this is wild.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's
whoa,
like it's
whoa.
almost like it makes no sense.
I was like, it's under there? No, she's going to take it. No, he just realized it. There's another one. It was a full range of emotions that I was here for. I adored it. Dan?
I currently own 2 German Shepherd Pit Bull mixes who are like the best dogs in the universe. German Shepherd Pit Bulls.
You can't
both of them
possibly know that.
Are the 2 best breeds.
You can't
in my
possibly know
opinion.
that.
I've proven it.
You've met every dog.
I've met every dog. And mine are 2. They won best boy, best girl dogs in the universe. Believe it or not.
So when you go around the world,
That's right.
you get a passport?
Yeah, I do.
International.
Stamps for the dog show. Apparently, it's a weird time to bring that out. This dog, this German Shepherd, was awesome. I just loved every time she was on screen. Almost saved the movie for me. And in all honesty, so yeah, I was here for the dog. Here for it.
Best boy and best girl.
Best boy and best girl. Nothing I can do about it.
Wow. That's wild.
Right?
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back right back. Wait, what? Same. So when I was taking us to break, and I always, this is one of those things that I assume no one's going to do, and so I want to bring light to it so that someone will actually do it. But I spent the better part of this week learning how to talk backwards.
Did you really?
So if someone takes to the tape,
They're gonna
me taking us to break, take that clip, reverse it. You will hear me say, "We'll be back after this break with the Wait What."
That's impressive.
Wow. That is unbelievable to do all of that.
Hey,
Can you hit me with another one?
what do you want me to say?
Dan's dogs are the best boy and girl in the universe.
So I actually only learned the one phrase that I
Okay.
said.
So why did you ask me?
Well, you wanted to see what you'd come up
Okay,
with.
go ahead, hit me.
Okay.
Are you practicing?
Did you say
Or
boy
did
and
you-
girl? You still said boy and girl.
And you said it frontwards. You said it the correct way.
I did. It takes a lot of practice.
And you've not put in that
Well,
practice.
I have to say it. I have
Okay,
to say
sorry.
it and then reverse it and then practice it. And I haven't.
You got to put your thing down, flip it, and reverse.
You get it.
yeah.
It's time for the Wait What. It's the part of the show we talk about what of this movie. Let's
This
go.
movie
Wait, what?
doesn't have any. I don't know why we're doing this.
Airtight.
And I'll start with my friend Panda. Panda.
I'm confused.
I think we all are.
But maybe this should be a what the Hallmark. But I'm gonna. Does her mom live on the property?
Grandma.
With grandma. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Grandma live on the property with the dogs?
Yes. Yes. The rescue is also her home. I think.
Okay.
That's how I understood
Which
it.
here's my follow-up question.
Listen.
A, why? But B, why is there no sense of urgency with anyone in this movie? Because here's the deal. You're losing a dog shelter. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm concerned about that.
Yeah.
But then you double down and you're losing
Your house. That's right.
that you have lived in
Yeah.
for a long time.
Long time.
And her response has been, man, I hate
Every
that.
time it's just like sadness ticked up 1%.
Yep.
It's not like it's very under control, reserved. And like when they realize there's nothing left they can do, she's like, well, I guess there's nothing else we can do.
And I don't.
Well, I guess that's it. So we looked through all the documents and you found nothing. Okay.
Yeah, we looked through them once.
All right, gang. That's it. We did our best.
We did our best. And let's phone it. I guess
On
we're
to bigger
homeless.
and betters, am I
Paid
right?
it. Paid the mortgage for all these years. That's a real shame. I'm out.
A lot of dogs are dying. Bing, bing, bong.
I've never seen the stakes higher with the emotions lower.
Lower, yeah,
And it was wild, just absolutely wild to me. They do a lot of work to rearrange the kennel for an interview.
A lot of work.
And then by moving a couch. But then
pick up two plants.
They hooked up 2 plants and they moved, not even a couch, they moved 2 chairs. But
Yeah.
then when the interview actually takes place, they're filming in a completely different location than what they set up, which seems to me like they actually did work and then it just didn't matter, which seems like a
man.
mantra for this entire movie. It's a lot of people doing work for something that doesn't matter. There's just a scene. There's nothing connected. Like There's a scene where the entire group of women that work at the dog shelter are just sitting outside on the grass in a half circle laughing. And then they say, all right, I'll see you later. And Bella gets up and leaves. And what are you doing out in the grass in a half circle?
It's a meeting, staff meeting.
Is this staff meeting on the ground? Like,
It's a bow wow powwow.
That's what we do.
It's a bow wow powwow. Every day they get in a semicircle.
That's what we do at the Hallmark.
Yeah, bow wow
We go
powwow.
outside and we sit in a semicircle
Yeah,
in the
you-
Palmetto
you've been
Fine
a part
Foods
of
parking lot.
Dozens of bow wow powwows.
I do like them. I will say I don't like that we sit on the pavement because we don't have any grass around here, but
In the summertime, it's pretty
it hurts.
hot. Yeah.
It burnt my legs last year.
Yeah.
And you told me to suck it up.
I did.
And
That's
it was offensive to me, but then I looked and your skin was literally hanging off. It was burned right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, right through it. But after that 3rd degree, you can't even feel
It's
it.
a bow wow, pow wow, ow wow.
Only Tuesday, everybody. We got 2 more of these.
Man, we're killing it. We are killing it. Last one is they have the best product placement of the year.
Boom chicka pow. Boom chicka pow.
Loved it. With Cheez-Its
Yes.
flanking either side and some Kashi bites, and I'm here for it.
That is my What the Hallmark, and it's because this was a movie made independently. And so my question is I'm going to go ahead and do my What the Hallmark now, if that's all right with you, Brand. I know it goes against everything we believe in, but I'm going to do it. Do you think that they put those in there and basically worked out an agreement with those companies if they get bought by another, because they're making it as an independent film?
Right.
And so they said, hey, we're going to put a Boom Chicka Pop right in the center there. And if Hallmark buys us, acquires the movie, then you've got to pay us X number of dollars? I want to know how that works, because when they made the movie, it was not, no one had purchased it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how it all works.
So they just put it in there and hope for the best?
I mean, there's always a situation where you could take it out in post or like blur it out.
I don't know, man.
That was prominent. That was more prominent than Indiana Popcorn.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was
Rest in peace.
that was my favorite.
Rest in peace.
You didn't
You know, they're still around, Indiana
Yeah.
Pop.
Really?
Yeah,
saw
and that
some in the store
movie is
yesterday.
not dead. What movie is it? I know the name of the movie.
It's the choir movie.
Yep.
It is
3?
Harmony Christmassy. Harmony Christmassy.
Christmas and Harmony.
Dang it.
You're very close.
Harmony Christmassy.
Harmony Christmas.
Am I good?
about
Is it
Ohio.
ready for me
Yeah,
to go?
go.
There is a guy, guys, at the party towards the beginning of this movie that is in the background waving at the camera. And I love him, and he's awesome. It's possible he's waving to somebody. I don't think so. I think he's just waving at the camera, and I love it. Chris McNally, my guy, your commitment to jeans and military boots is
Legendary.
unlike anything I've ever seen.
Yep.
I don't know if it's kosher. I don't know if that's what the military does. I don't think they do. I don't think military wear their military boots with jeans just out and about.
And that's unfortunate.
But I loved your commitment to it, pal, and you were pulling it off, so kudos to you. Guys, the news can't just barge into offices.
They can't.
That's not. They
certainly
got a lawsuit. They're gonna be making news themselves. Speaking of the news, the guy who walks into the office and is like, "Guys, you're gonna want to see this," turns on the news live. And then the bad things happen on the news. How did he know? How'd that guy know? He's like, this could get bad. Let's tell everybody to turn it on.
Yeah.
He turned it on just in time, and I just want to know if this guy's like some kind of like
Nostradamus.
That's So Raven situation. I don't know.
That's so Raven.
You
Yeah.
can see into the future.
Okay, good. Glad
But
we
it was
did
always never what you thought.
That was
Never.
never. It's so crazy, man. That's what
The
Ravens
Raven.
Take on
is.
the world.
No.
That's Girl Meets World.
I know.
Just because it's another Disney Channel show doesn't mean you
All
just
the
throw it
same.
out there.
They
Gosh,
are
it's
not.
such a good theme song, though.
It is.
Such a good theme song. At one point, they're going through the boxes, and someone says, all this purging will make packing easier. How do you figure? How do you figure that? How do you figure that?
Taking
the
all this
stuff
trash
that
out
was in the boxes,
and
you're taking it out. And then at some point, you will put them back in boxes. It's not making packing easier because they were already packed. You're making war work. It's not making packing easier for anyone. Shout out to Brittany for that dynamite yawn she did. I loved it. I appreciate it. And I saw it and I loved it. At one point, someone goes up to Bella and says, I need to tell you something. And Bella's like, okay, let's walk. They walk off screen. Next scene. Okay, so what you need to tell me?
And they're in a new location.
I loved it so much.
Classic.
And last but not least, Guys, I have never served our country.
Dude.
But if this is how it worked,
It is not.
I might have.
It is not.
If I could get stationed somewhere and just be like, Vito, I'm not interested. See, that's always been my thing. Me, I'm just like, guys, I don't know. I can't live with the unknown. I can't live with this whole, like, I could be placed somewhere. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. But this whole, hey, you're going to send you to Iraq. Could we not? Oh, sure. Thanks for asking. It can't be how it works. No, that's not how it works.
What's better than that is that he basically just quit Army. He said, this is the line he said, I requested a transfer to the local reserves. Okay, so there are reserves stationed around the country. You cannot transfer to reserves. When you are in the Army, active duty, you have a contract. And once that contract is fulfilled, you can then go to the reserves. You can't be like, I'm going to Iraq. What about the reserves, though? Not how that works. Not how that works at all.
I learned that the Army is far more chill
Dude,
than
the Army
I ever.
is so chill.
They're really laid
As
back.
they continue to up the ante on this, they continue to just stare you in the face and go, we can't find the document. He's going to Iraq. Over and over again, I was like,
Here's the thing is
they're painting themselves into a corner, into a bad movie corner. They are going to be stuck there.
I could have like
sure enough, they were.
maybe believed it if it was somewhere stateside.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
If he started in the reserves.
yeah, or
Great.
that. Yeah. But to go like it's Iraq's not just something you say, thanks, but no thanks.
I was thinking about all that desert, and what about
It's
the
not for
reserves?
me.
That seems dangerous.
I
I
get-
think I'm out.
You can't do it.
I get ashy. Yeah. It's not good for me. It's not good for me personally.
My hair-
How about your sinuses? Does it
Oh,
impact
I'm
you?
a mess.
My hair loses its
Well,
bounce.
if you had led with that, I guess we could. Well, I would hate for your sinuses to act.
But if there's one thing I know about Army, it's that they care about the person more than the whole.
That's right.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
just
It's about the individual.
if you
Yeah.
just
Sure.
say, hey, it's a no go for me, they're actually totally cool
as
with
the
it.
movie escalated, I just it was like I was cringing. I was pre-cringing, knowing what they were going to have to do to figure that out. And you know what? It made me really grateful for that movie with Mark Declan and Danica McKellar, with the other movie with the dog, where he's in the Army. And at the end of the movie, he actually goes back into the Army at the end of the movie. And then they show you pictures from later.
That's right.
When he comes back and they get married. Because this movie, I was like, they're not going to do it. They're
The
not going to do it.
alternative was that they take the rescue to Iraq. And
I can't, no, that is dog abuse at that point. I mean, you can't do that. And so I knew what was happening. I knew that they were going to have a bad ending. I knew it.
it's classic military.
But it's easy to have a bad ending when you really don't have a problem to begin with. All right, what girl is convinced that she owns the property?
yes,
Okay. Well, we've got a problem because the thing about owning property, as you gents well know, is you got to do something every year. Pay property taxes.
Yes.
You have to do that. There is no way to own property for decades and not know it. It's impossible. You would have some, and if you have, and you've not paid property taxes for 20 years, they're coming to take that house. They're coming to take it because all that interest has accrued. You don't have a prayer. It's done. You can't be like, I own it. I know I do. You don't ever stop paying property taxes. You can't be like, I think I own it. I'm pretty sure I own it. Not how that works. If she's already purchased the land, I could never tell. Has Cruella de Vil already purchased this land or not?
I understood it as she had purchased it, but it had not gone to closing yet, which is why she was able to back out.
So
at the
they
end.
signed a contract, but she hadn't closed on it yet.
Correct.
So-
Had not closed.
If she's not closed on it yet, and you haven't paid any property taxes, I just don't know what, like, someone's paid property taxes on that land. Someone has. And if it's been stockered, then they probably still own it. Don't worry, though. We got hidden documents that figure that out for us later on. And apparently all the property taxes were paid for. How has Brittany Bristow never met Chris McNally before? How? She came home every summer, came back to see her grandma and stayed there all summer, every summer. How did she never run into this guy who was living on the same property? She's never met him.
Bad timing.
Real bad time.
Yeah, it's bad.
He went to Army Junior,
Yeah.
where he left all summer long. That's what happened there. You said this. It seems like no one's in a hurry. That is never more personified than the we're up against the clock. Let's take a day out to go out for a dock picnic for what appears to be a charcuterie board without the char. I'm pretty sure it's charcuterie with no meat. It's like my nightmare. Like it's just grapes and olives. They reference some cheese, but you don't see it anywhere. It's like I brought you all the way down here for a picnic. Enjoy these grapes and olives. I'm going to throw you off the dock. That's what's going to happen if you do that. If we have time while your business and your home is burning to the ground to come down here for a meatless, cheeseless charcuterie board, I'm throwing you off the dock.
That is our personal hell.
That is where I
my
draw the
world
line.
is collapsing, and you have just led me to despair.
That's right. I'm going to take you out to eat. It's meatless, cheeseless charcuterie. Oh, now you're going to die. You're dying. Forget it. All the other problems are on the back burner. This is now the main problem. Period. End of discussion. I do want to point out that this rescue is less successful than I would be adopting dogs out of my house over the course of 25 years. They say in the news report that in 25 years, they've adopted out 1,000 dogs. That is roughly, and I'm giving them a little bit here, 3.5 dogs a month.
That's not great.
That's awful. Guys, occasionally I'll find a dog that we can't find an owner for, and I will adopt that dog out. I've done that probably a half dozen times. And that's just me like seeing a dog on the street somewhere. This is, if you were a rescue with this level of like infrastructure, and you're only, dude, there's one day in this movie where they adopt 3 dogs. How are they only punching out 3 dogs a week? A month.
You just saw them during the height. They'll go months. They'll start with a puppy. They'll be a full-grown big boy by the
This is
time
why
they're
you're
done.
not going to keep the ranch, man. 3.5 dogs a month? Are you kidding me? You should be doing that on a Tuesday. Or like, I just can't get over that.
Apparently McNally would visit his grandparents in Cambridge during the summer.
All summer. Yeah. So they just never, and they never heard of each other.
No.
She didn't even see a picture of this guy.
Well, I wouldn't.
To know that he lived there.
You don't have pictures of Uggos.
It's just absurd. I feel like if you're looking for a severance deed and you're on the clock, you can skip all of the photographs, right?
No, not.
Do you think
not for
that
nostalgia.
The severance deed could be on a 3x5? Like
I don't know what makes more what makes more sense, taping it behind a picture, or putting it under a calendar that's taped permanently to a desk.
What if we made them 3x5 glossies? That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Hallmark, actually, that I don't think's been done yet. Let's do that,
love
please.
that he gets to the lawyer and he's like, where did this copy go? Like, it was just there, right? And first of all, how do you not put 2 and 2 together? Like, where could you have lost it? You couldn't have. The woman was in the room. And then the solution to that is there's another copy right underneath it. So neither did you look through all of it, nor did you put 2 and 2 together. You just got bailed out by the second copy. I was in awe. I was in awe of the script writing.
I was in awe of a second copy.
Yeah, it was something.
So we went from none to 2 real fast.
It's actually one of my What the Hallmarks, but he lost a stalkered copy. The copy that he found in there is the other family's copy. Why did they have that copy?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why was their copy? That's why they couldn't find it. The stalkers hoarded all the copies. Said, guys, we're going to hold on to them all, but don't worry. I got a really solid hiding spot under a permanent calendar that I've taped and glued onto my desk.
But here's the difference. He doesn't tell anyone.
I don't tell anybody that. No.
I will save one of my last 2 for What the Hallmark since I use my What the Hallmark. Or would you rather me do them both here, Brandon?
No.
Okay. I'll save one for later.
I'll allow it.
The last one, they're at the Pooch in the Park festival where they're really supposed to get sponsorships. She says that the sponsorships are over the moon.
Yeah.
And I want to be, look, I know that we don't all speak English all the time, the sponsors, like the companies, can be over the moon. The sponsorships would be like through the roof, maybe. But over the moon means excited. The number of donations you have can't be excited. The sponsors can be over the moon. The sponsorships cannot be over the moon. That's not how that saying would go at all.
Yeah, because it's not personal.
It's not.
Sponsorships are inanimate objects.
That's right. It's money.
But one time I had a sponsorship, got really excited.
Yeah, it was a
right.
dancing dollar.
Yeah, it was just like, I'm a dollar. I'm a dollar.
All right. I'm a dollar
Look,
Clementine.
Clementine.
Yeah, thought you were going there.
It's time for what the Hallmark is still questions we're still wondering about. Panda?
It literally just boils down to why would you, when you have all of those boxes where you could put documents, keep it underneath a place like that? It's not even a good location for a document. It's not like I just listen. Like, we all have hiding places for probably important things, like, a safety deposit box or something along those lines. I'm at a loss as to why that is a good location for anything.
It's like me with my keys. I walk into a place, I'm like, I'm going to put my keys here. And then I always forget.
Yeah.
This is what was going to happen here. This guy said, I guess I'll just put it under here. He would have forgotten where he put it to. I guarantee it.
It was going to happen.
It's not where he puts a lot of stuff, because that was the only thing that was under there.
No.
It's not like it's a normal hiding spot for him.
Not normal.
No.
So they mentioned a county fire where
Flood.
a lot
Wasn't it flood?
flood or a fire or something like that lost a lot of records.
Right.
This sounds like it has a lot of ramifications. Is this town okay? Because they lost all their records. That's not good. This is gonna be a reoccurring problem for this town.
For a while.
People, there's the fire. It's just gone. Everything's gone.
And there's apparently nobody keeping the archives.
There's none in the archives. Yeah. Dan?
So the grandma has got a little thing for the lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're walking along, and they give the good news to Brittany Bristow that, the land is theirs, everything's saved, it's great. And then some music starts playing, and grandma goes, "Oh, that makes me just want to kick up my heels." And then the lawyer goes, "I'm in." And they walk off. Yeah. Where are they going to dance? I see no one dancing. Where are they? Where is the dance happening? It's not on screen. Is this a dog adoption day at the park and dance?
That's the only one I've ever been
It seemed
to.
like a festival to me.
Where are they dancing? There's no big tent. There's no band playing.
Maybe it's just out in the yard.
There's never a bad place to dance.
Where, clearly he was like, let's go to the dancing place and dance.
Dance.
Well, I think you can dance wherever you want.
Dance
You can
wherever
dance
if you want to.
You can leave your friends behind.
If your friends don't dance,
Well, they don't dance.
they're no friends of mine.
No doubt. You can go if you want to. You can run or something. Chill. I don't know. Guys, we did it.
We did it.
Congratulations. It wouldn't be a Tuesday without a double decker of the week. You know the deal by now, but in case you don't, BrainwellJamPlus.com is the place to sign up for bonus content. Last week was just a waterfall of exclusives. And the only place you can get it is BrainwellJamPlus.com. But the good news is if you sign up for like the Hallmark Plus or All Access, you will have your story told by Panda here on the podcast.
That's true.
That's worth
that's
the
worth all the
upgrade
money in
for
the world.
sure.
Yeah.
Who do we have today, Dan?
Daniel Home.
Ooh.
That's H-O-H-M, Home. I believe that's
Daniel
how you would say that, Home.
Daniel Home, gotta be honest with you, one of the top shelf.
Top shelf. Is he top
shelf.
notch?
Nope, just shelf. this
Shelf.
time.
Okay, shelf.
Fair.
Now he makes corn dogs.
Yeah, he does.
I thought so, yeah.
And they are delightful. I have several just lining on my shelf, and they're just wonderful.
Do you have corn dogs?
Are they edible?
What do you mean?
No, he takes corn, and then he fashions them into little doggies.
Yeah, that's right.
They're really great.
Yeah.
So it's like
Like little
I don't know.
miniature dog figurines.
that's
Out
interesting.
of corn, like corn husk, or like the actual cob.
Well, actually, what he does, and this is what's really mind-bending, he cracks open one of those cans of kernels.
Can of
and then-
corn.
Yeah, and then he just glues them together.
Glues them together. I can't. That's disgusting.
It's not as
you gotta
disgusting
wait
as
for
you
them to
think.
dry out a little bit
Yeah.
because they're a little,
a
a
little runny.
soft.
Yeah. So what's what is it? Why does he do it?
Well, I mean, all the proceeds
like-
go to support him.
Yeah, well, as most businesses,
It's like ice sculpting, but with corn.
With
with
corn.
corn. Yeah,
This
And
makes-
it's delightful.
but he only makes corn dogs.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
it.
no. Because the
you
name of the
gotta
company
have
is
a
called
bit.
Corn
You
Dog.
gotta have a
Yeah,
bit.
Now, people do get confused from time to time.
Yeah, they call and order
who?
a couple of them with some ketchup.
Well, and he
mustard.
goes to all the festivals, and he sits there, and he sits there and
big
he
sign
says
says
corn dogs,
Yeah.
and people get excited.
That'll get
It's
you.
a real mess.
Yeah.
But I say we invest heavily into it.
You say we invest heavily.
You
in
have, haven't
Daniel's
you?
corn dogs.
I have.
Yes.
Yeah, our money. Yeah.
Well, is that wrong?
It's not right.
Not wrong at all.
Yeah, there she is.
Hey guys,
Hey, Trace.
what do you need?
I don't need anything. I need you to wrap this.
Do you want a
episode
corn
up.
dog?
I need 3 corn dogs, extra relish.
Okay, we'll get on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you add the relish to the top of the dog?
Trace, the latest review on Deck the Hallmark
I
Apple
know.
Podcast.
I know.
5 stars. It just says, I love Tracy.
I didn't leave it. Trust me.
Because a lot of people,
I know. A lot of people think I did.
and they think your voice is
Well,
a
those
little
people
loud.
can go, how do I say this politely, kick rocks. You know who doesn't hate me?
Who's that?
Who?
Frankie.
Does he know you?
No.
Or is that restraining order still in?
He doesn't know me.
That's what I
But
thought.
that means he can't hate me.
Okay, fair enough.
Unless he listens to the podcast and he left a review saying that my voice is annoying. Then in that case, he does hate me.
Yeah, we'll never know. Unless he leaves like a
Frankie's
video.
a never know.
Frankie is a never know.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow with more. Until then, Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.